Hey, guys. I am Adina, and you are Beyond the Veil. Welcome. So, today I'm going to do a subscriber's request. I thought it was really interesting what they asked. And so, what I'm going to read on today is the question of why is there a worldwide subjugation of melanated people? Why is there a worldwide, throughout history, why has there been oppression towards melanated people throughout history and over the world? And so I don't know how this is going to turn out, so we'll see. I feel the need to floor to water my hands again, but I'm going to wait until I get centered within myself, and then I floor to water. So give me a second. All right. I'm going to call up the spirits and the ancestors, all of our ancestors collectively. I call upon all of the spirits of the heavens, the heavenly courts. I call upon African and African American and melanated ancestors and ancestral spirits. Ancestors and ancestral spirits of all melanated peoples who have suffered some form of oppression. We would like to know, to the heavenly courts and to melanated ancestors and ancestral spirits, we would like to know, what is the reason? What is the reason behind the age-old worldwide oppression of melanated people? Black people, brown people. What is it about melanated people that causes us to be a target of systematic slavery and oppression? I wish I had my bell for this, but I'm on the farm, not at my house. I wasn't really prepared to do this type of reading today. So give me a second to fix myself so that I'm comfortable, so that I can commune with the spirits. I call upon the angels of the four corners of the universe. I call upon melanated ancestors and ancestral spirits, whomever would like to speak up today and commune with me and remind my viewers about why there is an age-old systematic approach to oppression of all types against melanated people. Can you speak to me and through these cards? Why? You know what I see in my eyes and what I've been seeing this whole time? Water. A very calm, still lake, ocean, like the shore, like a beach, but it's very calm, still, white sand, and then it leads out to the waters, to the ocean. Very calm, still waters. These are ancestral spirits. These are ancestors. Old ancestors. They've been on the other side for a very long time because they're calm waters, still waters. May I speak to someone in regard to the question that I asked? You may speak with all of us. Okay. Look, the beach and the water. I get that we are Mother Earth's daughter, melanated people. We are Mother Earth's firstborn, as I hear, daughter. Black, brown people as a whole are feminine in nature. And I don't say that because, we're a girl. Spiritually, this is wisdom speaking. Everything has polarity. Masculine, feminine, positive, negative, good, bad, so forth and so on. We are feminine in nature. We are Mother Earth's firstborn daughter, is what I hear. The problem, though, is that we have spiritually lost our connection to the divine through slavery. This doesn't tell me why. I hear in my mind we were adulterous in our affairs. We were always lusting for what other people had. We looked at the people around us, the people who came to wonder and marvel at our glory. And we saw the little trinkets that they had that amounted not to what we had, but it was new and it was shiny and it was new. And we like to be flashy and up on the newest things. And we're welcoming to a fault. But we got too comfortable with people who came to destroy us. It was envy, and it always has been envy. It was envy in the beginning when people saw you in your bronze skin and you look like gold, the most treasured stone. You look like gold to the people around you, and they marveled at you and they envied you. And they came to you with their trinkets, like, I hope this impresses them. And us, dang, what's that? What you got on over there? the new sandals, no, the new Jesus Peace sandals. You know what I'm saying? And they're looking at it like they're impressed by this, and we really were. You know, we really were. And we was like, nah, y'all, come on in, come to the cookout, come to the cookout. You know, because they study us, and they learn how to speak our lingo, and they learn how to speak our language, and they learn what we like, and they came putting on so that we just might, they just might get lucky and we might accept them. And what happened? We did. Because inherently we're not evil natured people. So we invited them to the cookout. And once they got in, they start looking around at all that we had, at all of our glory, at all of, you know, our families, our abundant children. You know, my mama's here, my grandmama's here, my auntie's here, my uncle's here, my great grandma's still alive. You know, my kids' kids is here, my daughter-in-law, her family. You know, They looked at all of this like, look at your wealth, look at your kingdom, look at your glory, look at all of these people wearing gold, dripping around in gold and jewels and copper. And even their skin looks like it's burned by the sun, just like gold and copper. And all of the beautiful things that they admired about us, we kind of took it for granted because we just naturally fly like that. We naturally flossy. We naturally drippy like that. You know what I'm saying? But they was looking at it like, man, we got to figure out a way to get this from them. And that is how slavery started, the oppression of melanated people. And that's why it still exists. Because to this day, we have no unity with each other. We're still quicker to want to assimilate and unite with other people. To this day, we still look at what the others have and what the others got going on as if it's better than what we are and what we have and what we got going on. And yeah, it may be now, because look at what's happened to us, but it never was in the beginning, and it doesn't have to be that way. Even if we fall down as a people, we can rise back up and get back to the place where nothing nobody else has matters, because we got it all and we got the best, and we are the trendsetter, which we know we are, but we don't have the economics and the unity to back it up. And that the challenge is that to this day, we still don't want to unite. To this day, we still are entertaining conversations about why Black men and Black women don't want to marry and unite with each other, because this is in the challenging position. We've gotten to the point where we're no longer even attracted to each other, and no other race in mass looks like its counterpart in abhorrence, but we do. Now, where I'm from, I don't know a lot of interracial couples. So in my reality, just because that's a conversation online, it's not what I see on a day-to-day basis. But I know that I'm in a small town in Florida. I know that in some places in the world, that's a thing. And I'm not just talking about interracial marriages. However, that's a part of it because of the lack of unity between us as a people as a whole. We don't look at each other and love each other anymore. We don't look at each other and fall in love with each other. Not just romantic love. It could be platonic love. It can be familial love. We don't look at our fellow Black or brown brother or sister or child or elder and feel love, feel respect, feel honor. Recent past, as a people, you know, so far I get the energy of needing to take accountability. So I don't think there are going to be a lot of excuses in this reading because it's 2024. At some point, In the past, we were enslaved, and it was not a choice. What happened to us was not a choice, but also because we didn't see things coming, and we didn't see things for what they were, actually. It's not that we didn't see it coming. We saw it. We saw it for what it was, but we had a choice to ignore it, a choice to overlook it, a choice to pretend. This tells me that at some point in our ancestry, long at the beginning of our enslavement as a Black people in Africa, there were advisors. There were people like me, the priestesses, the oracles, that yelled messages, that advised the kings, that advised the people, and they were overlooking them because they were so enamored by these white people and their white skin and their trinkets. And then somebody like me would come up, hair covered just like this, a beggar in the street. After years, say 5 years of yelling out, "Don't, beware. Judgment is coming. The kingdom is going to fall apart." Every time I meet with the king, because of course they come to my cave and meet with me so that I can read their oracles and advise them. And I tell them, if you don't be careful, in 5 years' time, this whole kingdom is going to fall. You're going to lose your whole kingdom. Beware of the shiny trinkets. Beware of shiny people. Beware of the shiny people and their shiny trinkets. And you don't pay me any mind because now I'm a foolish, crazy lady. What do you mean shiny people and their shiny trinkets? And then white people come with their guns and their forks and knives. And we got gold, dripping in gold and jewels and gemstones and diamonds, just all in gold, all in my watch, gold, all in my teeth, you know what I'm saying? All in our hair. And they come up with their knives and their forks and their guns and their wagons and carts and stuff. And we're like, "Ooh, damn, what's that, boy? We ain't got that." And they like, yeah, and it can do this, and ta-da. And we're like, dang. And they're like, yeah, and watch our magic. Get the gunpowder. We're like, "Oh no, he just made fire come out of his head, bro. What's up? Come to the house. Come to the house. No, all y'all. Come to the house, y'all. We having a party. We having a cookout later at the palace. All y'all, my special guests. You know what I'm saying? I want, you know what I'm saying? I want David. I want Jacob. I want Saul. I want my boy, Solomon. I want all y'all, you know what I'm saying? All my dogs. We're going to be at the house at the palace at the courts. You know what I'm saying? Y'all come through." And they go back and they're like, "All right, bet." So, once we in there, da-da-da. And then here's little old me sitting back afar on a hilltop, on a mountaintop, just watching the party, watching the soiree, watching the sneakiness, the plotting too, watching all of that on my little, on my little post on a mountain on a hill, overlooking it all. Like, I tried to tell y'all, this is what I saw. The shiny people and their shiny things. It's coming. In the future, the Black people, the melanated people, will continue to unburden themselves of their yoke. Piece by piece by piece by piece, we shall rise. We shall continue to unburden ourselves of the shackles, of the burdens put on us. That is what Pluto and Capricorn really put in motion for the world, but especially for melanated people. We shall rise. As above, the world saw us, like I said, and like we were gold. Look at that. Nothing but gold on that Nine of Pentacles. She has it all. I said we are the Mother Earth's daughter. She has it all. She's drenched in gold robes. She's surrounded by her lush, plush, luxurious garden. She has it all by herself. The Nine of Pentacles is independence. By herself. We were the apple of the world's eye, Africa. The bronze people, the people of the sun. The people of the sun is what they called us. We had it all. The land of the milk and honey. We were abundantly blessed by God. Be fruitful and multiply and do so in the land of milk and honey. Honey. That's what was crowning us in our as above position. And just like that flew out of my hand, everybody underneath us, because the rest of the world was underneath us, and they sought to knock us off of our position unawares, because I didn't even knock that off. I think it just fell out of my hands or something. They sought, as they looked up at us, they sought to see us tumble from our position. The way to do so is spiritually. So as I've said in other readings before, I don't know which ones, maybe the Israel ones, the Israel and the Benjamin Netanyahu, because I know I spoke of the original people of God's promises, the people of God, the children of the sun, SUN, SON, however you want to call it. The only way to do that was spiritually. So the first people to go were me, the priestesses, the witch hunts. Did the witch hunts precede the Dark Ages? I'm talking about not the Salem witch trials, but obviously they did, because the fall of these biblical kingdoms, these African kingdoms that in these times had already fallen. But when the invaders, the colonizers, the invaders came in, they snuffed out their temples. They snuffed out the caves where people like me were. Got to them first, so that there's no one to warn the people anymore. We were the bells that I like to ring. We were the bells, the alarm bells. They got to us, and by the time they got to the kings, by the time they got to the cookout, people like me were gone. We either ran to hide and find refuge somewhere, or we were slaughtered. That is the only way to get Mother Earth's and Father Sun's children. Is cut off their spiritual. If the sun is above Father and the earth, our mother, is below, there has to be a link to connect us both to our mother and our father, an umbilical cord, and that is our inherent spirituality. They got rid of our priests and our priestesses, and then after that, after they were comfortably settled in our towns and in our villages and in our kingdoms, they started to erect their churches, and they started to teach their religions. I didn't say spirituality. I said their religion. Advice. Nothing's going to change for a while, because we still are resisting everything that's required of us to change. I'll speed up because I really want to harp on that. External energy. I see, for one, our big sisters in Africa, our sisters, our older sisters, the one who's our people in Africa, the ones who still remain on the motherland, are being fattened, ripened. So if the West is entertaining Africa now for any reasons, entertainment-wise, things like that, if they're doing so, It's to fatten them up, to plumpen them up, ripen them up for the harvest so that they can be plucked from. So be careful to my family in Africa. My family in Africa. Because we are family. Be careful about with your dealings with the West and their interest in you now, even though it's well deserved and long, long, long overdue. They're ripening you up to rape you and do to you the same way they do to us everywhere else in the world. Hopes and fears is our freedom. Black people want to be free. Final outcome, there will be a spiritual revolution that will sweep throughout the people, the melanated people. As the earth gets hotter, it will melt away shackles and chains from us in our minds and our spiritual core. We will see a spiritual revolution, whether it looks religious or not. It will happen. There also may be a country that is sympathetic to melanated people that will sneakily do things in the favor of melanated people. If they are a country or a leader, they will be in a position of power. A country or a leader, maybe a leader of a country, possibly, but this person will not outwardly seem like they are for the people, but they will be for the people. And I say they won't outwardly seem like that because it's this King of Cups now. He looks like he's looking this way, not paying attention on his, even though he's emotional and sympathetic, which is why I said he'll be sympathetic to Black people. He's still sitting on a stone throne. But that toe there, that's dipping in the water, that's slipping out of his gown, off of his stone throne and dipping into the waters. So it won't be outward displays of, and I do this for the Black people, and I do this for the colored people in all the world. But they will be doing things, but they won't seem like the type of person that will be sympathetic to Black people, but they will be. I think that someone feels like it's no longer in anybody's best interest, or in their best interest, in certain people's best interest, for Black people to still be downtrodden. Somebody feels like it's a new day and it's no longer in anybody's best interest anymore, like it was back when the Americas was founded, for Black people to be enslaved. Actually, what just fell out? This is a political figure, possibly a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but this person or certain people in the world arena and in the political arena feels like, because it is a war going on behind the scenes, and I think that the Zionist Jews are on one side and their allies, and then whoever is against the Zionist Jews, and they feel like empowering Black people and colored people and the real Jews will help them defeat the Zionist Jews. If the real people of God, the real melanated brown people all over the world were empowered, then the people who stole their spiritual birthright and whoever and otherwise from brown people, I say melanated because Black, brown, melanated people, if we empower the real people of God, the real, children of the Son, the real children of a lot of those old prophecies and scriptures, then we can overthrow, we can align ourselves with the winning team and overthrow a common enemy, which is the Zionist Jews. So I'm not going to go through everything else because I think I spelled that out pretty good, but I want to look into our advice card, because the death card in reverse means we still are resisting. We still aren't ready. And I want to look into why that is and possibly what we can do. I think that we have to start looking back to Africa, and Africa has to start looking back to us. Melanated people around the world are going to have to start joining forces with each other. That's what we still have yet to do, and that's why the Lovers in reverse is in our challenging position. Our lack of unity. Now, this Two of Wands is unity in order to get things done, whether we like it or not, whether it's the Two of Cups or not. But we need to start relying on each other again in every way, shape, or form. It has to be just us all over the world. That's what it'll have to be. And it looks like we won't be ready for a long time because everybody has their preferences. We have the means via technology now to communicate with each other internationally and nationally. We would have to start communicating with each other and setting plans internationally. We'd have to form a coup, a melanated coup, blacks all over the world. We'd have to be in on one big secret. And we have the technology to do it. And even when our secret slipped out, we have the means and the technology and the resources to have organized ourselves in a way where even when our plans are found out, we can still defend ourselves because there's strength in numbers, and that's what we have. We'd have to join forces, melanated people all over the world. Now here's the King of Swords. This looks like a politician. This looks like Libra, Aries, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, male possibly, or this could be the United States. So possibly this grassroots operation of melanated people will have to start in the U.S. with black people. We would have to start this thing off. And once the world saw the blacks, the niggas, I don't know if I can say that on YouTube, but that's what they calling us. That's what they see us as. Once they saw the ones that they mock around the world having pulled off something like this, it's over. It would be over. That would inspire every other melanated people, and it would take off like a wildfire if us in the U.S. were to unite. Now, I want to look into the near future, the 10 of Wands in reverse, and then I'm going to look into the King of Cups, who that person is that is for the people. The 10 of Wands reverse, whoever this leader is, they could possibly be the one to unburden the melanated people a little bit, because the outcome is above the future card, and this is the future card, the unburdening. This is the outcome. So possibly we could start seeing improvements before this person gets completely in office. Maybe this is someone running for office. Let me look into the Ten of Wands reverse. Ace of Wands. Something is going to kick off something. The Hierophant in reverse. This could be elections. This gives me government, but in reverse because Pluto is out of Capricorn officially, but it is going to scoot on back in September. So we haven't seen the last of the establishment, the system. Something is going... Now, I don't know if something is going to benefit the people because of the change in government in the near future. Something, maybe some kind of sabotage in upcoming elections will put someone in office that actually will benefit the people. I think that something with the elections is going to happen, and one person who should have won could possibly not win, and that will benefit Black people, whether we know it or not. Let me look at why I say that. The Ace of Wands. There's going to be something with voters that's not going to go right. Some kind of Seven of Cups, Neptune foggery is going to go on. Some kind of trickery I get with voting, possibly. It could be like to steal a state, steal a town, steal a vote from a population or a group. It could possibly be that the people are upset with the way elections turn out, but they won't be for long. There's going to be some kind of, I don't know if it's voters fraud. It's like people who came out to vote whose votes weren't counted, sent in something not counted or overlooked. Maybe in a place that this could be something that's happened before in previous elections. There could be talks about America's crooked government, or all right, now let me look into this King of Cups as the outcome. I think that obviously whomever takes office in the elections, one group of people will be upset. However, the Five of Cups with this King of Cups, because this person is going to be really, really, really beneficial to Black people. On purpose, though. I feel like this person sees a benefit in being, again, I say being beneficial to Black people. It pisses their opponent off. This person may have to rig elections in order to get into the presidency. I don't know if this is the presidency, or I don't know if this is a country. Give me one more card for the King of Cups. One more card to just sum up the King of Cups as the outcome. The Two of Cups. Now, hold on, y'all. Who is this Empress? I don't know if this is Michelle and Barack Obama. Michelle and Barack Obama. I don't know if they are sneakily trying to get into the race. If not them, then this is someone that has a relationship with people that benefit Black people. I'm not sure. However, when, as it relates to the question that I asked, that is why Black people are oppressed all over the world. It's kind of like, it's because we don't know who we are, but everybody else does. We knew who we were a long time ago, but our problem is that we always were too busy lusting over everybody else's trinkets when they were less than what we had, instead of valuing and appreciating each other. That seems to be our inherent issue, is that we lack value of each other, the ones who mirror ourselves. So if you don't value people who look like you, then you don't really value yourself. And we're going to stay in a place of low value collectively. Once you start valuing yourself and valuing your reflection, then things change, even in your own psyche. So let's ask yourself this. If you are a person who doesn't really like, I won't say whether it's as a friendship, doing business, relationship wise, if something about just, doing things with other Black people, being in the same environment system, dating them, raising babies with them, doing business with them, hanging out with them, if something about that bothers you, ask yourself why. Some of it may be valid. You can say it's not too many places that we can go where it hasn't become dangerous. That could be true. It's a lot of places I don't go because I don't have the time for that. To be ducking and dodging. But inherently, we have, if we really want change, then we are going to have to start having conversations, especially us Blacks in the U.S. We're going to have to start having conversations about, okay, we know about our history here. We know about what happened to us, our traumas. But now what? As a people, now what? Okay, Black dudes may not have a history of, some people would say that, some Black women will say, well, Black men, make single parent homes and they're not good fathers and they're deadbeats and things like that. I've heard Black women say that. And I'm speaking about black people, period, not about what white people or other people say. But you would have to get to a point where you can say, okay, that happened, that maybe still happens, but what about next? I'm willing to put in some effort to move past it. Are you? And then men would have to say, yeah. And I know some women, you know, run men out of the home and use baby as pawns and as checks and all this other stuff. But I'm willing to move past that and start fresh right here, right now. And then you got to find that woman who said the same thing, and then you guys got to put forth the effort. And if it's in business, I don't like doing business with black people because they got bad customer service. And then the business is saying, I don't like serving black customers because they want to use EBT, or they want to pay in change, or you know, whatever. That may be the case with my black people, but I'm going to stick beside them, and I'm going to still do service with them because I know what it means for me to give them good service when we've had to go through things with other people, patronizing other people's business. And then the black person is going to say, and I understand, you know, how difficult it has to be as a small black business, not having the business as a franchise, but still giving me excellent customer service, treating me well. So I'm going to do whatever I can to make sure as a customer, I make your job easy. We're just going to have to start there and not being caught up in the, yeah, but this person this, yeah, but this person that, yeah, but black men this, yeah, but black women that, yeah, but y'all have a history of the, sure, we do. You're right. But what are we going to do moving forward? So that's what I had. I hope I answered the questions accurately, and I thank the spirits who spoke on behalf of what they could lend to the conversation, because I'm sure there's so many different elements and reasons and variables to the question that was asked to me by that subscriber. I'm sorry, I don't remember your name right now. Was it Equinox or something like that? Equinox, something like that, maybe. I'm sorry if it wasn't, but I hope that answered your question just a little bit. And I thank the spirits, the ancestral spirits, and the heavenly spirits, and whatever other spirits that lend to that conversation from what these spirits had to say about it. So with that being said, you guys have a good day. Bye. Hey. So listen, I'm on my way home, and I just finished recording the reading that I just did, my subscriber request. And on the outcome, I got the King of Cups, and I was talking about either a leader, politician, or a country or countries or something like that will be sympathetic to black people. And it's been bothering me this whole time, because I think what I really saw, something that's been in my mind to say, is all skin folk ain't kinfolk. Because I got the 5 of Cups, the 7 of Swords, I got the 2 of Cups, the 7 of Swords, the 3 of Cups, which let me think that this person will be like us. The King of Cups clarified by the 2 of Cups. They may look like us, they may act like us, talk like us, but they would be working for the benefit of their friends, their political allies. So I think what I want to say, instead of ending it the way I did on the King of Cups, is even if it's a King of Cups, even if it's someone that comes to us, a leader, a country, an effort that approaches us as a people that seems outwardly sympathetic or sympathetic, I will say sympathetic, or something along that line to us as a people, not to any one of our causes, but us as a people as a whole. Be careful of wolves in sheep's clothing, to melanated people. That's my message. Bye.